morning and welcome to Pagitt Radio, broadcasting live on AM 950. Hey, good morning. Welcome to Pagitt Radio, broadcasting live on AM 950. It is September 19th, 2010 edition of this little radio program, as we call this religious radio that's not quite right, your new Sunday morning indulgence. Hey, we have an ongoing conversation here about what's happening in the world of religion and society and science and faith, and blend it all together. We have an exciting show for you today. I'm going to be joined in the second hour by Michael Dowd. Michael bills himself as an evolutionary evangelist, one who wants to see the connection between what we know about the world, what we know about the way the world is created, what we know about the way the world is organized, what we know about the way the world has evolved, and to say that that's not inconsistent at all with how people tell the Christian story. He says that he's telling a story of the 14 million year activity of God in the world. Excited to have Michael on. I think it's going to be great. Going to be joined by natural health coach Shelly Pagitt, who's going to give us a health tip herself, having been sick all week. I'm not going to bring that up because people say, I'm too snarky to my own wife. Anyway, and we're going to be joined by the curator of the Mommy Revolution, Carla Barnhill, and of course by the sidekick, John Music.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How was your weekend?
It was good. It was good. Spent a little time at a conference, and it was quite refreshing.
A little time at a conference.
Yeah.
Is this one of those religious meetings you went to?
It was a religious thing.
Yeah. Well, what was it about? What were you doing?
It was kind of like an inner healing type of thing where, people where you learn about the spiritual connection between things that happen in your life, and you pray about that stuff. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're quite familiar.
You would have hated it.
I would have hated it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why would I have hated
Well,
it?
you're not very introspective.
Oh, so it's about me.
Well,
I would have hated it because of something that's wrong with me. I got you.
Well, I
got you.
I think you would have benefited from it, but I don't think you would enjoy it.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, well, I think you're probably right that I probably wouldn't have found it to be my most enjoyable afternoon.
Yeah.
Was it a one-day thing, a week-long thing?
Oh, it was a weekend thing. I was supposed to be there this morning, but I got this gig,
Yeah, you got work to do.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you got volunteer efforts to do.
All right, Jesus can wait till Monday.
See, that's the stuff that drives me crazy about those. You come on and all of a sudden you're saying that, like somehow Jesus is waiting at a bus stop for you to pick him up.
No.
I got you. Hey, Glenn, Glenn, as you know, is the new guy around here. Glenn, how's your weekend?
Well, I got two words for you, and I think those two words might fit well in the Cripes Come On, You Gotta Be Kidding Me segments.
Yes.
Those two words are garage sale.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Well, the cars have been displaced for most of the summer around our household in preparation for this great event, and luckily I was able to miss most of it yesterday being at my real radio job, but come home and there's all kinds of furniture missing from the house. It's
like they just moved right from the garage and moved into the house and started selling off all of your things because you weren't there helping at the garage sale.
You're missing baseball cards.
I got those out of the way. Seriously. There's a few old, sports pictures I'm looking for, but anyway.
Oh, that is hilarious. Is the sale still going on? Like, if people are up early this morning and they're ready to go garage sailing, should they?
That's right. Yes, I think it's going to be on again today. Actually,
it is.
Because not enough stuff got sold yesterday. So hopefully I'll have a bed to sleep in tonight.
Well, I guess that's not a good sign that the stuff that's there was just still on sale because it wouldn't sell yesterday.
We'll have to move it back into the house. Yeah.
Do you want to give a shout out to where the garage sale is?
No.
Okay. You don't want these people heading down there to the garage sale. Well, I also had a very fine weekend. I went to a birthday party kind of thing. There was a group of fellas that I know, and we decided that once a quarter we're going to have a man's night out around each person's birthday. It's really, the birthday is just an excuse because, if you go on someone's birthday, that's legitimate. If you just go out, that seems like you're being a little self-serving. And we went out to this place called the Capitol Grill in downtown Minneapolis.
Oh, yeah.
It's way out of my price range, but we do it once a quarter. And, oh, man, that was good, fancy eating.
Yeah, good stuff.
Oh, so good.
Did you dress up?
I stepped it up just a bit, just a tad.
What does that mean for you?
I didn't. I wore undergarments.
Good.
Yeah. Makes me feel more confident.
Sure.
Yeah, feel more appropriate. No, I put on a nice sort of a little button-down shirt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
sport jacket.
No, I didn't wear a sport jacket.
Okay.
No, I only do that for like...
I don't think I've ever seen you wear one of those.
Well, I do it like for ceremonies.
Okay.
Right? So if someone's having a wedding or a memorial service or something like that, I'll put on the extra garb over the top, a little uniform.
But not for a night out with the boys.
Yeah, not normally. Sometimes I do it when I'm going to an art opening.
Oh. Yeah.
I don't know why. Like, I feel like I should wear a black blazer and a black T-shirt with a pair of jeans.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Are you afraid you're going to feel a lot of places?
I don't know why. For some reason, I think that's what people who go to art openings wear.
Right.
So I put it on.
Yeah.
I've avoided the black turtleneck, but I might do that this winter. Just go black turtleneck and blazer.
There you go.
Yeah, ridiculous. In fact, I was thinking this morning, I was out with my friend who's going to get the shout out for the Right On at the end of the second hour for some great work that he's doing. And I was standing in his driveway chatting with him, and another guy on our street came out of his house with a full suit on, climbed in his car, and went driving away. This is at 7:45 this morning.
Wow.
He was going off to church. And it struck me, to my sensibilities, how odd it is to get dressed up in business attire to go to a church. Like why we've picked business attire, or maybe it's dress-up attire overall.
Yeah.
But it's not really, because like real dress-up stuff, you don't really wear like a tuxedo or something, right? You don't really wear that to church. But it's funny that the uniform for many people, this guy is part of the Mormon faith, but for a lot of people, the church meeting is like an official business meeting you're going to.
Well, you got to wear your best because Jesus deserves the best.
Yeah, here we go with that Jesus thing. But the problem is, it's not really your best, because your best you'd wear like to your daughter's wedding. So this really isn't your best, most dressy up. Yeah. This is just sort of the stuff you'd also wear to work.
Right.
It strikes me as just an odd custom that many of us have in the West that we get dressed up.
Yeah.
And it's seeing a guy leave at 7:45 on Sunday morning seemed particularly odd to me.
Kind of brutal.
But there might be people right now driving their car for the 10:30 service, and they're listening to the show, and they're thinking like, I'm dressed up like that.
Do you really think that those people are listening to the show, though?
Yes, I know those people. I know for a fact that there's people in their car right now listening to this radio program who drive to church.
Yeah, but who's suited up?
Yeah, I think they get dressed up a little fancy, but not overly fancy.
Yeah.
Hey, Tuesday morning, you know what I did on Tuesday? Here's some irony for you. This day is full of sweet irony, or as you would say it, the spirit of Jesus.
Oh.
Here's how, and I'm a Jesus guy. It's just I don't use him like you do, as a punchline for every good happening in your life.
Please.
All right. So
painting with a broad brush there, but go ahead.
On Tuesday morning, I go to this little men's breakfast. I know it seems like I hang around just men that go out and eat. I hang around I don't know. Anyway, so I go to a breakfast with a bunch of guys in the morning, some of whom are part of this once a quarter fancy eat out. So on Tuesday morning, we decided we're going to switch restaurants. We've been doing this for about 7, 8, 9 years. We decided we're going to switch restaurants, so we change our restaurant to a place over in North Minneapolis called Milda's Cafe.
Yeah.
And as it turns out, we go there on Tuesday morning to Milda's Cafe, have a fabulous breakfast. Then I find out that starting this week, here on AM 950, they're in a partnership with Eat Local Minnesota, where they're highlighting a restaurant every week that you could eat at if you want to eat local and like a locally owned shop.
Sure.
And guess what shop it is that they're highlighting this week?
Milda's Restaurant.
Milda's Cafe.
Wow.
I mean, come on. Just the cosmic come together right now.
Yeah.
So I said, when I heard that, I said, hey, I'll give the shout out for Milda's Cafe. Been there. Not only that, I grew up in an apartment complex.
Yeah.
You know who lived right above me?
Who?
Milda.
I'm getting the gospel goosebumps.
Gospel goosebumps right now. Yeah. Right above me, Milda. Not alive anymore.
But versatile.
But her daughter runs the joint. Yeah. So it's still Milda's daughter's cafe, but they call it Milda's Cafe.
Wow.
So if any of you are interested in, heading out for a very fine breakfast.
Where's that at?
They're not open on Sunday mornings. On Glenwood Avenue. Now, you could connect to this living over in Robbinsdale. Glenwood Avenue, just west of downtown.
Yeah.
Don't know the cross street.
Yeah.
But Milda is sort of right there out of downtown.
Okay.
Yeah, I grew up over in that area, obviously, living by Milda.
Yeah.
And so I thought it was kind of an interesting connection.
Yeah, good eating?
Good eating.
Yeah.
Good eating. But it was interesting. I even said to the server there, I said, I'm going to have a little pancake special. A pancake and 2 eggs, $4.95, this kind of deal. So I'd like to have the pancake special. Any chance I could get those with blueberries? You should have seen the look on her face. Absolutely not. She said, our pancakes don't need blueberries.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so they're serious about their pancakes over there. And they're not going to be cheating a quality pancake.
Don't mess with Milda's pancakes. Yeah.
I always thought about pancakes as simple delivery system for the syrup and the fruit that's in it, but not over there. The pancake itself is good enough.
They're not messing around.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Well, this is Doug Pagitt Radio, religious radio that's not quite right. We call it revealist radio. We talk about the things that are being revealed in the world, the things that God's up to in the world, the things that people are up to, and how those worlds collide and come together. And I heard a phrase this week in listening to another radio program. And the person being interviewed said this word 2 or 3 times, and it made me record on my little recorder while driving in the car. What does that word mean? The word wherewithal. You know this word?
Yeah.
The wherewithal. It usually means like they don't have the money to pay for something. So some people have medical bills and they don't have the wherewithal. Started thinking about that word, wherewithal. So I looked it up. It's 1534 it came in, and it's stuck around.
Wow.
It doesn't have any meaning. It doesn't have any derivative other than you don't have the money to pay for something. Isn't that a funny little word?
Yeah.
Wherewithal.
Yeah, I always heard of it that as like a capacity to understand. Like you doesn't have the wherewithal to figure it out or something.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess it could be using that. But isn't that a funny little phrase?
Yeah.
Wherewithal. All one word, crunched together.
Right.
Yeah. So, and I bring that up only because we're going to be talking about a number of religious topics today that have their own little funky meaning. Mm-hmm. The religion guy is going, or the evolution guy is going to come in. We're going to do something out of the Star Tribune variety section. So, folks, if you want to follow along the program and you get the Star Tribune paper, which I have delivered to my door every day, it's one of the luxuries of my life.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel that I'm far too luxurious of a person because I have newspapers hand-delivered to my door.
I think you are.
Yeah, so I think it's very fancy. But in the variety section from Saturday's newspaper, pull that out if you want to follow along, and we're going to have a conversation about the religious implication of these two articles that lay next to each other. One of them on green burials, burying someone without a casket, putting them in a blanket and throwing them in a hole. You can do that now.
Yes.
And the old age debate, the age-old debate of circumcision.
Never mind.
Both of them on the front page of the variety section of Saturday's Star Tribune. And they connect together in religious radio. That's not quite right, on Doug Pagitt Radio. Broadcasting live out of the Twin Cities from 10 until noon, at least for now, on AM 950, the voice of Minnesota. We'll be back right after this with a little conversation out of the variety section. Call your friends. Call your neighbors. Get them all together.